Imagine a young boy rejected, mocked, and treated like an outsider by his own people. No one believed he would become anything important. But that boy would grow up to build one of the most powerful and feared warrior empires in African history. His name was Shaka Zulu, and with nothing but discipline, strategy, and ruthless determination, he transformed a small tribe into a war machine that changed the history of southern Africa forever. The boy nobody respected around the year 1787 in the lands that are today part of South Africa. A boy named Shaka was born. His father was a Zulu chief. But Shaka's birth was considered illegitimate. Because of this, he and his mother were banished from their community. Growing up, Shaka faced humiliation, hardship, and hunger. Many mocked him and treated him as an outcast. But these painful experiences shaped his mind and spirit. Instead of breaking him, they made him stronger, tougher, and determined to prove everyone wrong. As a young man, Shaka joined the army of a powerful regional leader named Zulu'S, who ruled the Iklwa people. It was here that Shaka's extraordinary abilities began to show. The birth of a military genius. Shaka was not just strong, he was a brilliant strategist. At that time, warriors usually fought with throwing spears, attacking from a distance. Battles were often short and disorganized. But Shaka believed warfare could be more disciplined and deadly, so he created something revolutionary. He introduced a short stabbing spear, known as the Iklwa, designed for close combat. Instead of throwing their weapons, his warriors would charge directly into the enemy. He also introduced large shields and strict military training. Warriors trained daily, running long distances barefoot across harsh terrain. Weakness was not tolerated. Under Shaka's leadership, soldiers became faster, stronger, and more disciplined than any army around them. The buffalo horn strategy. Shaka also developed a famous battle formation that would become legendary. It was called the buffalo horns. In battle, the army moved like a living creature. The chest attacked the enemy head-on. The horns circled around to trap the enemy from both sides. The loins remained in reserve to finish the fight. This strategy surrounded enemies completely, leaving them no chance to escape. It was brilliant and terrifying. Soon, rival tribes began to fear the sight of Zulu shields rising on the horizon. The rise of the Zulu Empire. After the death of Zulu'S, Shaka returned to lead the Zulu people, but this was no longer the small tribe he once knew. Using his new military system, Shaka began conquering neighboring groups and uniting them under one kingdom. Village after village joined the growing power of the Zulu. Some joined willingly. Others were defeated in battle. Within a few years, the Zulu kingdom transformed into a dominant empire across southern Africa. Thousands of warriors marched under Shaka's command, forming one of the most organized armies the continent had ever seen. His name began to spread far beyond his homeland. Some called him a military genius. Others called him a terrifying conqueror. Fear and power. Shaka ruled with absolute authority. His discipline was harsh. Soldiers who showed cowardice could face severe punishment, but this strict system created an army that was unmatched in strength and loyalty. Under Shaka, the Zulu kingdom became powerful, respected, and feared. Travelers and neighboring societies spoke about the unstoppable Zulu warriors who moved with incredible speed and precision. The end of a legend. Yet even the greatest rulers faced danger from within. In 1828, after years of expansion and power, Shaka was assassinated by his own half-brothers, including Nkosazana, who feared his rule. The warrior king who had transformed an entire region was suddenly gone. But the empire he built did not disappear. His military system, his strategies, and his legend continued to shape the Zulu kingdom for generations. Legacy today. The story of Shaka Zulu remains one of the most powerful legends in African history. He was a man shaped by hardship, driven by ambition, and remembered as the leader who turned ordinary warriors into one of the most feared armies the world had ever seen. From a rejected child to a legendary king, his story still echoes across history.